Alright guys, welcome back to What Would They Think, where I talk about two characters, what would it be like if they met? What would they think of one another? And not so much fight, but more like what would their opinions be of one another, if they ever did meet. And today I'm going to be talking about Randy Cunningham from Randy Cunningham Ninth Grade Ninja and The Shadow. Now you're probably thinking, why The Shadow? Why have the Shadow at meeting Randy Cunningham and not like a ninja character like Daredevil or something like that? Well, the reason being is because I thought it'd be kind of fun, and in a way, the Shadow kind of follows that kind of ninja form. Remember, he was trained in a place called Shangri-La by monks, and does know some ninjutsu as well. He's also a master of disguise, as well as, he's also a stealth fighter. So yeah, he's very much in that same vein. And plus, the black and red with the long scarf and all that, yeah, he's definitely, like, the ninja design had to have some, reverence. Jonan Vasquez, the guy who created Invader Zim, did all the character design. So I have this feeling that when Vasquez was designing the ninja costume, he was probably had some inspiration from the Shadow. I can't confirm that, but I got a feeling he did. Anyway, so what would it be like if Randy Cunningham met Kent Allard, a.k.a. Lamont Cranston, a.k.a. The Shadow? So what would that be like? Now, there are two ways of how you could look at this. One is very much like Spider-Man and Wolverine, in that, in their early days when Peter and Logan knew each other, one way you could look at it is that, in one hand, Peter and Logan, there was a time where, like, Logan thought Peter was like a greenhorn and didn't have what it takes, and Peter was like, you're just a grumpy old man who kills people. So that's one way you could look at, like, if the ninja ever met the Shadow and saw him just straight up putting a bullet through somebody's head, he'd be like, you're a fucking murderer. And, Cranston would be like, well, you're a kid who just fought, I know you're a kid, you're not some 800-year-old deity, because, yeah, trust me, I know my deities. I think he would be more like, yeah, I put down people for good. If you wanted to, you could sneak into your archenemy's base, his building anytime and just kill him right then and there. But you just want to, pussyfoot around the whole situation. But on the other end, you could easily see it like, another way you could look at it is like, the ninja and the Shadow kind of learn, in this, relationship that's very much like Batman and Terry McGinnis, from Batman Beyond. I could see that, like, depending on how you want to look at it, is that I think after their initial meeting, I think Randy would want to learn from Cranston. I think he would want to learn from the Shadow and some of his techniques, like how to throw his voice, how to, do the conceal and reveal even better than the Namicon showed him, as well as some more hand-to-hand combat. Remember, the ninja is more of, in his fighting, he's more of a reactionary. He's very much more, it's kind of like Spider Sense in a way, where it's more of like a reactionary fight, where I think that Cranston, who has had, years of experience, he would be, I think he would be willing to train him. But first, I think he would be like, yeah, kid, if you're gonna roll with me, understand that I don't take prisoners. I take a body count. That's how I roll. So, in one way, there's two different ways you could look at it, because I think Randy would have some serious problems with how the Shadow carries himself, and how, the ninja, how it very much conflicts with his, his code of conduct. But I think at the same time, while the Shadow would be kind of like, oh, you're a greenhorn and you've got all this power and you could totally kill whoever got in your way, but you choose not to because this book tells you no. I think at the same time, like, on the inside, Cranston would be like, yeah, I'm kind of cool with it, because Lamont Cranston, Ken Allard, whatever you want to call him, the Shadow is very much a dude who really hates himself. He really does hate himself, and I think he would admire Randy in the sense that, he has all of this power, and he chooses not to be, so forceful and so violent, despite everything that has happened, despite everything that he's gone through as the ninja. I think the Shadow would be very much like, you're not bad. At the end of the day, I think at the end of it, I think he would say, you're not bad. So I think he would start out as they both kind of really hate each other. It's like an odd couple team up. But I think by the end of the adventure, I think there'd be like a mutual respect for one another. I think it would also be kind of fun is like the Shadow and the Ninja are fighting and be like, so why do you have so why do you dress up like me? I don't dress up like you. You're wearing red and black and your scarf is around your face. What's that say? I don't know. Shut up, kid, and keep fighting. So that's how I think it would be. Is like there'd just be some moments in there, and I think he would be like. I think it would also be fun to see the two of them like working together because the Shadow has got the ninja thing down even better than Randy does. Like I think the Shadow could easily get the drop on Randy several times. Like they're both kind of separately investigating a case, and then the Shadow just kind of Randy's like investigating like a scene, and he thinks it's maybe involving a McFist, and then out of nowhere, Allard comes up and he's like, "So what'd you find?" "Oh Jesus, dude! Do not sneak up on me. What have we talked about?" "I'm gonna keep sneaking up on you until you figure it out." "Figure what out?" To sense when I'm coming." "I can't." "Well, then I guess one day someone's gonna sneak up on you, and it ain't gonna be me. So I think he would like teach those kind of lessons to him. Throughout their kind of adventure. I also think it would be like Randy would have some reservations about him using guns. Like, I think there would be kind of like a moment where they're fighting people, and he's like, "How good are you as a fighter?" "The best." And he's like, "So you don't need the guns." And he'd be like, "I see what you're getting at, kid. Fine. We'll play it your way." Anyway, so I think it would be, like I said, they'd be kind of against one another, but at the same time, I think, like, at the end of the day, I think, the Shadow would be wanting to train Randy and probably give him some advice and be like, "I've walked this road for, like, what seems like forever, but you've got a choice, you can be better than me, you can, at the end of the day, you can become something greater than the Shadow, you can stay out of my shadow." So that's how I think it would be. Just kind of like they hate each other, and then throughout the adventure, it'd be like a Terry and Bruce kind of relationship where the Shadow would kind of impart the knowledge he's had over the years about about everything, and teach him some moves. It'd also be kind of fun to see the Shadow go into the Nomicon. I think the Nomicon would be like, what the hell is he doing here? Because I think it would have some serious problems with the Shadow and how he conducts his business, essentially. I think he would just be like, "Get him the fuck out of here." And he would even probably forcefully kick out the Shadow in the process. So that's probably how I can see it, really. Just a lot of fun. Like, there could be a lot of fun to be had in the team up kind of like this. So anyway, so you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you think it would be like if Randy Cunningham met the Shadow, and what would the Shadow think of Randy and vice versa? Do you think they'd like each other? Do you think it would kind of go down the sense of like Spider-Man and Wolverine, where they're like kind of like the odd couple, or do you think it might be more like a Terry and Bruce kind of relationship, or do you think it might be something else totally different? Just comment below, let me know. I know it's kind of an oddball one, but hey, why not, right? But anyway, hope you all enjoyed this, and once again, I will see you guys later.